Benjamin Netanyahu. I mean, first of all, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, so we'll just go with BB. Uh, let's just not say the name at all. God, where do I want to start with this reading? Yeah, I may have questioned my sanity for some of the things that have come through, but nowadays, what came through feels absolutely right. I will say that stuff came in that I don't sit around thinking about words and ideas and theories that are just not part of my everyday thinking process. Yeah, so I was kind of questioning, like, am I really just making this all up? And I'll tell you what, it feels really right to me. But, for those of you who may just think I'm reaching, just consider this a symbolic story, mythology, whatever. But the information I got was really, I think, poignant and relevant to what is happening on our planet at this time. Let's see. So, I do have some things that I want to share, and I'm going to try to take my time and slow down a little bit. So, buckle up. It may be a little bit longer than normal, and I may have to weave back and forth. Okay. So, just bear with me. I think I'm going to start with just the senses when I was using my senses to check in on this being person. Yeah, because it tells the story right up front. So with the smell, my smell senses checked in, and I got, oh, rotting, decaying flesh. What I was seeing was a headless person, but a swarm of flies. You see where we're going with this. Um, hearing, what I was hearing was, in those science fiction movies where it's the dimensions are twisting and breaking, and it sounds very metallic and scary and just like your whole being retracts. It's an awful metallic dimensional shift sounding, and I'm having actually something happening energetically around my head right now. But anyway, so really a horrible sound, not a good dimensional uh, energy. Yeah, the taste that I had was, God, I hate to even say this, but very irony, blood, like animal. I was getting animal blood. I know this is really, really dark stuff. So forgive me, it's going to be dark. I mean, just, you know, who we're talking about. And the archetype, the kind of big overall archetype that we can, that I got for is this person is representing and actually the embodiment of the entire draconic reptilian force that is um, that has captured this entire planet. Okay. So then I asked, is he the antichrist? And I got a no, something completely different. Um, was there an intention for this being to play this role? Yes. And what I got was that his father, yeah, when I was doing the senses, I heard he is a golem. And I had to make sure I knew what that was. But a golem, as you know, in the Hebrew tradition, um, is where a golem is often created. It's an artificial being, or like, I want it, not a totem. There's another word that I can't find right now. A being or a totem that is created mostly for good, but you can create them for negative things. And they are soulless, they are artificial, they are created entities that do your bidding, that you create them for. And this is what I got, that BB's father, who is a part of the Z agenda, created him as a golem in a ritualistic way. I'm sorry. This is difficult for me to talk about in a clear way. So this um and I asked, is he an incarnated, no, that's the wrong terminology. Is this golem uh, some kind of dark being or demonic something in flesh? Got a yes. Is he soulless? Yes. Oh, yes. And when I went to go touch BB, my hand was like going right through. But when I actually kind of was trying to shake his hand, it felt as if there was no life. You know, when somebody has that kind of cool, weak feeling skin, like say an older person who has no grip. Oh, it was that you could tell there was no life there was no soul. Um, and then I asked, um, can you give me a name of the being or whatever God, whatever that is incarnated in this in the flesh? And look, I wasn't even thinking, I don't think about anyway, I got the word Lucifer very clearly. And this is where I want to take a little bit of time and describe to you, because Lucifer brings up all kinds of misinformation. And in the Hebrew tradition, or in general, Lucifer is considered, of course, you know this, the light bearer. And I know in the Rosicrucian genre, Lucifer is considered, yeah, we have two pillars and then the central channel. Lucifer is the high spiritual energy that people can get stuck in the trance, and it's all high spiritual energy. It's all of the light, right? And then you have the other, is it Abraham? Anyway, Aramaic force, that is the dark materialistic. But what I got when inquiring and what I know about Lucifer, because the numerology system that I work with is based on the Hebrew letters themselves, the Hebrew letters and numbers. And Lucifer is connected and correlated with as the being that represents uh, the number 19, which is letter K and Q. And the number 19 is the energy, it is the one of the highest, if not the highest frequency letter or being, Lucifer, that it is the only one that has the capability to hold the highest of the light, highest of the highest light and the darkest at the same time. And I'm just going to read just a little sentence from the Hebrew book about the Lucifer letter of 19, if that makes any sense. No other letter energy was assigned to that dangerous task. It was her mission, they're always feminine energies. It was her mission and hers alone to supply the dark force with the precise amount of energy required to sustain the existence of free will. The precisely measured ration of energy that reaches Satan is supplied by Lucifer, Kuf, the 19th letter. So what I'm trying to explain here is Lucifer is, and what I received is that Luciferic high light being is both light and darkness at the same time. And she is actually holding the entire archonic grid together. And yes, it also contains that Aramaic materialistic force. Now, where am I going with this? So Lucifer, by the way, is not Satan, but Lucifer drops down to the deepest, darkest levels that it can go in order to hold free will for humanity. Okay, and this is very important because of the message that I got from the I Ching about what this person represents, what is happening on this planet. Okay, so so BB is the physical representation of the darkest of the dark. the darkest representation of human free will that has separated from the cosmos, and that is going totally against humanity. This is the information that I got from the hexagram. And also is the representation of what that particular Z agenda wanted to accomplish in the world. So, and I also got that while he was created for a particular group's agenda, we also, that actually humanity at large, yeah, sorry, this is truth coming up. Sorry, this is my truth bump, that we at large created this golem as well, because we have all the darkness on this planet has reached its deepest level. And of course, we know that that's what's happening on the planet. The darkness or the light, see, it's all light. Even if it's dark, it's still light. It's just in such a condensed form that you can't see the light within it. It has reached its peak descent and it's ready to come back up. But at its peak descent, I don't know if you can hear descent, there has to be a trigger. We have to see how far we have come from source, from our connection, and he and what is happening within that collective is showing us. So we all kind of have to take responsibility. Okay. I'm going to go back to, I just want to let you know, in the Jewish tradition, names and numbers and letters are very, very, they have the gematria. They take letters and words very seriously. And a person's name is chosen for a specific reason and frequency. And what I want to say is the naming of this golem, Benjamin Netanyahu, you couldn't have chosen a better name, frequency in its shadow form, because we can all agree this is shadow energy, that would manifest this evil in the world. Okay. And I just wish, like, you could, if I were seeing that, it's the worst. It's the worst of the worst of humanity. It is, number one, the two karmic eights represent a soulless being who at its most unhealthiest level is sadistic, homicidal. I could go on, but you get it. No caring for humanity. And actually, yeah, the hexagram that I got is connected to the ring of humanity. So it's all the parts are fitting together. Just so a soulless being, homicidal, self-absorbed, um, just horrible, destroyer of worlds, will lie and cheat to get there. Um, but ultimately, what I'm reading the numbers now, the story of the numbers, like it is will create war for the cause, and ultimately is a reflection of what's happening in the outer world. So I swear to God, this name, looking at the numbers, incredible, incredibly dangerous. Okay. Um, the hexagram that I got was hexagram 38, which is connected to the ring of humanity. And what I heard when I got this as well was it's the devil you know. And it's what it represents is it's what we're seeing in this person, what this person represents is the devil we know, because we too are playing a part, yeah, by our free will, our own behavior. um yeah, we're the devils as well. You know what I mean? Okay. This hexagram says what this being represents, what his role on the planet, besides the man-made role that he was created for, but what he's showing us. from a higher level is that this is the law of fate, that which brings humans back to its unity with cosmos. Um, is showing us. So from, yeah, sorry, I have to. um, it was showing us, it was reflecting us that number one, we have separated obviously from our unity with the cosmos, unity with each other, and that through that particular collective energy, thinking that they are the chosen people, but also us on a personal level, thinking that we are the center of the universe and we do everything's about us, 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 us. That group is no different from the general feeling of a human being right now. It's all about me, me, me. I am the center of the universe. So the cosmos does not like that. And that we tend to make ourselves special. Oh, look at me, I'm so special, blah, blah, blah. And that group also. So the correlations of what's happening with that group and us are the same. And this is kind of our cosmic fate. Okay, I've said enough. Struggle, survival of the fittest, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't need to go into that. So I did ask the field if, and I don't usually do predictions anymore because, as we know, they're so unpredictable. But I did get an okay that I could ask some predictive questions. And we'll see. We'll just take this 50-50. And by the way, I did get that Thomas Massey would win. And I'm still getting that he won. So I do think the election was stolen or bought or whatever, you know. Anyway, just take these predictions 50-50. And I was asking about the demise of this particular golem, and I said the demise of this golem or this whatever will occur in around 0 to 6 months. No, 6 months to a year. Yes, around November and December of 2026. That's kind of the time frame. Will Will this person attempt or deploy some kind of nuclear weapon? Yes. Will the people of that particular country, uh, will the country and the people survive? Yes. And then what I heard after that was the spell will be broken. I do believe the spell will be broken of those people that survive. And not that there, I'm not saying the nuclear weapon would be released on that particular Israel, Israel, but that the demise of this golem would break the spell of the people, hopefully. And I asked, will there be significant destruction of that particular state? And I got yes, heard border to border, but it will survive, right? Um, will the Palestinian Iranian people be victorious? Yes. Prior to the demise, will there be a significant attack in the US? Yes. Planning now, I heard. And the time frame is a little iffy. I'm like 3 to 6, yes. 6 months to a year, yes. So I'm thinking it's around six months around that. I mean, they're planning it now, so who knows? Um, might be around the DC area. I have no idea, right? This is all for fun and games, although it doesn't sound very good. Will there be significant food shortages? And I get a no, but I did get a big yes on energy shortages and lockdowns. Yes. What about some significant virus thing going on? No. Significant fuel, like for cars, no. And then I asked because yeah, was this golem BB responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk? And I got a no, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I rephrased the question. I said, was this Gollum Bibi, did he orchestrate the killing of blah, 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 Charlie Kirk? And I got a yes. And then I go, okay, so there's an orchestration, but not directly responsible for the death. And then I said, okay, who is physically responsible for the physically? And I went through some names and I ended up with D. Flood. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So there you go. That's my reading on Benjamin Netanyahu. Yeah, I don't know. Please, haters, don't give me hate. um, some of you hated my video on David Icke. How could you not love David Icke? Anyway, it's totally fine, but this is a very delicate topic, and just take it as pure imagination, just having some fun here. And yeah, that's all I got for now. Okay, till next time.